If you're watching this video, you probably already know what ACF is, but for those of you that don't, here's a little demo. So after that complete chaos, you're probably like, why did that guy keep that all in the recording? Well, if you're familiar with ACF, you would know. And if you're familiar with our community, you would know even more. If you ask around, you'll get a lot of different answers on how to install ACF. Some people say it's really easy and you just have to install it from the workshop. I want to talk about that option for a second. You do not want to install ACF from the workshop. Every single developer that has worked on the ACF project over the years always refused to put it on a workshop. I don't really know why they did that, but anything that you see on the workshop that claims to be ACF is a fake copy. You don't want a fake copy for a million different reasons I won't get into on here, but you want to get it direct from the source. So the way I'm going to show you is the only way that gets you directly from the ACF developers. So the first step in getting ACF installed is you do need one program called Tortoise SVN. It's really easy to install and really easy to operate if you know what you're doing. So I'm just going to go through the process of searching for that right now. Quite literally, you just type in Tortoise SVN, and it'll be the first result that pops up in your search engine of choice. So I'm going to go ahead and click into this, and I'm going to go to the Downloads tab. From here, I'm going to choose the 64-bit OS. You don't ever want to choose the 32-bit for this process unless your computer will not run the other version. It's a really small file. It'll pop up asking you to save it, depending on which web browser you use. But once you have it downloaded, you're just going to go ahead and open that up and get that installed. I already have it installed, so it's not going to give you this prompt here, but I'll just hit repair so it actually goes through the process a little bit. It's just going to ask you where you want to install it, though. I'm going to actually cancel out because I don't want to mess things up. But it does not matter where you install it anywhere you want on your computer. If you leave it at the default settings, that is perfectly fine. So once you have that installed, you're going to also want to actually get the files for ACF. So if you were to just type in ACF Garrys Mod, you're going to get a million different results, including the fake workshop links, which we don't even want to even start on. So there's actually different copies of ACF out there. There's ACF, ACF Custom Mod, there is even older versions of ACF that don't even have support anymore. So instead of searching for ACF Garrys Mod, you want to type in NRLULZ ACF. It should bring up almost all the results directly from him because it's such a specific search. You can click on any of them, and once you're there, just click on the tab that says Code, just to get you back to the home page of the project. Once you're here, we're going to need this URL up in the top here. Before you copy that though, you do need to go ahead and at the end of the URL put /trunk, just like I did here. So it'll be /ACF/trunk. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and highlight that and copy it. Next, we're going to actually have to go into the add-on folder of Garrys Mod itself. If you're not familiar with that process, I'll give you a quick run through of that. You're going to go ahead and right-click on Steam in your taskbar, go to Library. From there, go to Garrys Mod, right-click that, and choose Manage Browse Local Files. Once you're there, you'll be inside of this folder here. You'll go inside of Garrys Mod, and then Add-ons. Next, what you need to do is make a folder to hold the contents of this add-on. So you're just going to go ahead and hit right-click, choose New, Folder. I call it ACF, but it actually doesn't require it to be called anything specific. It just does need to be lowercase on some computers. Now that you have the folder, you're going to go ahead and right click and go to Tortoise SVN, where it says SVN checkout. Once you click into that, it's going to automatically paste in the URL you copied earlier. And there's a whole bunch of stuff going on here, but you don't have to worry about any of it. All you need to do is click OK. Once you do that, it's going to start downloading the contents of the add-on. Depending on how fast your internet is, it may take a little bit of time. So I'm going to go ahead and pause my recording at this point and kick it back on once it's done downloading. Alright, I am back. It took about 2 minutes for me to download that. My internet is on the faster side though, so that could be part of it. I do remember back in the day when I was much younger, it would take anywhere from 20 minutes all the way up to an hour to download. Don't worry if it takes a while, just worry that it says completed at revision blah 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 at the end. Once it's done downloading, you just have to go ahead and click OK. Before we close out of this folder, I do want to show you guys one thing. If you right click on the ACF folder we created earlier, there's more options available now. The only one you care about is SVN update. If an update ever came out to ACF, all you would need to do is come to this folder, click update, and it's going to check for updates. Since none have come out since we just downloaded the add-on, it just completes at revision 816, and that's all there is to it. It's very important that you install ACF this way so you can easily update it in the future. If you were to take the approach of just copying the zip file from GitHub, you would have to re-download the entire thing every single time an update comes out. This saves you a ton of time in the future. So at this point you have ACF installed and you're good to go. The only thing you have left to do is try it out. So I would recommend trying it out on our server, Darkstorm Build. I personally am the owner of Darkstorm servers. I've been running this for about 9 years now, and I've walked literally thousands of people through this at this point, so I figured I'd just make a video. So if you'd like a server to try out ACF on, or if you want a place to learn how to use ACF, all you need to do is go to darkstorm.cc, right up in the address bar here. From there, if you click on servers and click build server, it will automatically connect you to the server immediately at that point. If you guys don't want to join our server, that's cool too. We do have a Discord server that is also available if you guys want to get help that way as well. If you guys have any questions, feel free to just log into that and post them on there, and someone on staff will be able to help. That being said, that's really all I have to cover, so thank you for watching.